who could forget the Sugar Hill Gang? But we hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm just going to get this out of the way because I did put it on social media. And if you look, I am a little bit affected here. I look a little bit like Brundlefly. So it's hard to fucking show you. But yeah, it's pretty gross. So I did. I was in the Pocono Mountains, Shah, and like right in the middle of the Pocono Mountains. There, a beautiful mansion that was. I didn't pay for this shit. I don't got that kind of scratch. And for my in-laws, and it was this huge guest house. It looked like Tony Soprano's house. And then there's a guest house. So I was in the guest house because for some reason my wife is treated like she was adopted. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Maybe because she's married to me. And we never get the good house. So we're in the guest house, which is not bad. It's just not as nice as the main house. So we get there Thursday. I'm checking this place out. It's got a sauna. It's got a fucking hot tub. It's got a basketball court. It's got room to play football. It's got TVs everywhere, yo. Like fucking a media room. I'm not joking. It's got 16 fucking bedrooms. And we get what I think is like a decent room. My kids are next door. My brother-in-law is next door. His kids are in another room. They got a dog. Everything's nice. I'm having the time of my life. I'm fucking drinking. I'm fucking playing cards. Shit, I just drunk at like 2 in the afternoon, playing cards like 3 in the morning, smoking cigars, having the time of my life, right? So I wake up Saturday. We're leaving. I wake up a little early. And I'm like, wow, I got a couple of bites. Maybe I was outside too much. It's the Poconos, it wasn't that cold out. So now I'm looking at my shit and I'm like, wow, I got a lot of these bites. This must have been some mosquito. This must have been one of them new mosquitoes, right? My wife wakes up. My wife's like, I got a lot of bug bites. My wife was not outside. And we're checking each other out. And as we check each other out, we're like, these could be bed bugs. Because like, who the fuck knows, right? I never dealt with bed bugs myself. And we go to the main house. And I guess we didn't realize how much was on our heads and our necks. And everybody starts freaking out like we got like AIDS -10, like just like an AIDS cocktail we just brought in the house. And they're like, those are bed bug bites because some people have dealt with bed bugs. So we go back to the main house. We start putting all of our shit together in bags. And the cleaning people show up. And we tell them what's going on. And they go into the room. And they strip the bed down. And they start showing us the bed bugs. Like the fucking physical bed bugs that ate me all night. And my wife wants to kill herself, like right on the spot. The cleaning people leave. They call the property manager, go, bed bugs, we're out. So we're like, what do we do? So we look it up online. We put all of our shit in plastic bags. This is the worst 3-hour car ride home in your life because now the bed bugs are popping and like Brundlefly shit is happening. Yeah. And I'm waiting for my transformation. Like I'm waiting for my metamorphosis here, like a Kafka fucking book. And we get home and we got to strip everything down, keep everything outside. I'm nude in my fucking garage, like a fucking weird, like Bigfoot, like a fucking bald Bigfoot, like putting all my shit in bags. My wife is on the verge of death. My daughter, my youngest kid is dying because she was in the car. Now she's got to go back to college tomorrow and she can't bring over shit. And then they just start popping like everywhere. And I'm no joke, I have hundreds of bed bug bites. Hundreds. I put the pictures online. Some people said that they've experienced this before. I had to go and get antibiotics because we were physically sick from the amount of bites. And it's bad when the doctor is looking at you and kind of winces. And I go, are they infected? And the doctor goes, they're not infected, but I have to say, I'm troubled by the amount. This is an alarming amount of bed bug bites. Like the doctor is telling me they have never seen this. Now, Shah, you had MRSA, right? Now, MRSA is very serious. I mean, it's actually quite contagious. But I thought of you. We're putting up my hand right there. That is a hand that masturbates itself right there, guys. That is how can I finish with that hand? That is my masturbating hand. But Shah, you had MRSA. This is not reminiscent of your MRSA?
No, MRSA was way worse. This more looks like pimples on steroids, whereas MRSA is like actual deep punctured wounds. Like you could stick your fucking finger in. You know what I mean?
How many did you have? Did you have hundreds of them? Or you just have like a few of them?
No, the first time I had it, I had 4. Okay. Which when my doctor saw it, he was shocked because he was like, "Yo, usually when people get the first one, they rush to the hospital from the pain. How long have you had this to let it go to the point it traveled in your blood and got stuck in 4 different areas in your body?" Because, you know, if it travels and hits one of
Yeah,
your
it's
organs, you're
okay.
dead. Like, they can't do shit for it. You're done, you know?
Yeah.
So he pretty much told me I had like a death wish to just like ignore it for like a week. And he looked at me like I was insane because he's like, dude, that's like, I can't even fathom how, you
And
know?
you've never had bed bugs, Shah. You never dealt with
No,
them.
no.
Okay. B-Show, have you ever dealt with bed bugs in your life?
No, funny enough though, my family used to like to get a hotel for like all the family to stay at and hang out on like New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, like I did for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what we would do is we would rent the common area and then everyone gets a room. Well, the past couple years, my wife and I have been like, you know what? There's been a lot of bed bugs in Toledo and hotels. Like we don't want to fuck around with, you know, drunk family and shit because there's been some shit that's happened when people show up that shouldn't show up. So the past couple years, we leave early even if we go. And the first year we decided not to. My mom's giving us shit, like loving shit, like why don't you stay and let the kids play?
Right.
We're like, no, we're going home. The next morning we wake up and it's like bloop, 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 all these notifications. Everyone got bed bugs.
Yeah,
like,
I
"Whoa."
avoided the bed bug rush about 10 years ago in New York City. Like, I don't, do you guys remember that, Shot? Do you remember like 10 years ago, there was like in the East Coast?
Yeah.
Bed bugs were the hot thing of the summer.
Yeah. It was the bed bug summer.
Yeah, 2013, 2014, something like that.
It wasn't the white boy summer. It was the bed bug summer.
Bed bug summer.
Did you guys get a refund? Because I feel like.
Well, I probably need to be a little careful. So, by the way, I want to just shout out Marquise Johns and Chuck for chilling with us. I am not a person who rents a mansion. You guys know me very well. I am not that person. My in-laws did this as a gift to everybody. So this was left up to them to negotiate. So there was a negotiation, and let's just say there was an exchange of money and a promise of paying for any future fumigation in exchange for silence, B-Show. Our silence was purchased. So we are not allowed to.
Yours wasn't, you know.
Mine ain't. Cool. I didn't get shit.
Just the bed bugs.
They bought my wife a brand new mixer. Like, I don't know how my wife got like this brand new mixer, like, I guess to silence us. And if, you know, but like, I didn't get shit. All I got was bit. Like, repeatedly. Like, dude, I took like I was in the doctor's. They're like, you take your socks and your shirt, your button shirt off. I took my button shirt off and I looked like, you know how like when somebody's been shooting heroin for a long time, like that they're running out of spots. And I felt compelled to be like, I'm not an IV drug user. Like, these are bed bugs. Like, if it isn't like Guinness or an edible, I'm not doing it, or bourbon.
Well, it's funny you say that because when I was in college, I worked at the Home Depot and there was a girl that used to hang out front in the early morning, and they called her Scabby Sally because she had track marks all the way up and down her arms. And so when I saw that post you put up on Facebook, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, my hands is pretty terrible. My hand is vile. When I went to pay for the doctor thing, the girl, I thought she was going to throw up when I handed her my my debit card. Now, this was on Monday.
It's not a good sign when someone in the doctor's office is going to throw up.
Yeah, this is not it. This is a doctor's office. Like, is the doctor supposed to throw up? Like, Shah, did your doctor when you had MRSA throw up when they were looking at you?
No, I'm sure he wanted to though. I was fucking disgusting. Yeah. Dude, I have a tape of it somewhere where we were treating it with 151 for like a week, where we would just pour 151 on my kneecap. And the girl that lived downstairs, she would take a Q-tip and go inside it with
mother fuck.
God 151, man.
Disgusting. God damn.
Do you guys ever watch those videos online where they like shove, like they squeeze the pus out of them and stuff? They land some.
Yeah, my wife likes that shit. No, I swear to God, like my wife, there's a brand new KitchenAid, like top of the line. I'm staring at it. My wife is a baker, and I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this was purchased and why this was sent to our house in exchange for our social media silence. My wife, I'm going to be very frank with you. My wife is covered one side of her face, like half of her. They got her, and they didn't get my face because of the beard. I think they got lost. Like, it was like a maze. It was like
sure you don't have anything in your beard now, man?
Nothing. I would be covered. How many bites I would have? Do you have any? You think I wouldn't notice this in my face?
Maybe they're smart. They're laying low for a day or two to fucking creep back up.
No chance. They eat right away. They eat.
Oh man, I would have shaved, dude. You're bold.
No, they told me not. They said don't bother if you don't feel any bite. I just
I
no
would have
bites. They
shaved my
stopped.
butt cheeks, everything. I would have shaved everything.
They stopped like right
Would
here,
have
and
shaved
then
my
they're
nipples.
like, mostly it's my arms. I had like pajamas on because I'm sleeping in a house with all my relatives. I'm not gonna have my thing flying out. So, but it's my hands, my feet, my neck, and my head. They got my head in the back. Like they must have had like a gourmet thing. There must have been something really good going on back there. So yeah, I checked the beard exclusively, and even the doctor said there was like, oh, your face would be just covered. So I don't think they could get to the face because my legs are almost fine, and my legs are hairy like Italian old lady hairy. Like they're like scary hairy Bisho. My legs look like forget it, like Chaka Land of the Lost shit. I think they only went Shah where there was the least amount of fucking hair. I mean, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Brundlefly. So
The
yeah, it's
best thing is
disgusting.
that everyone knows you're a comic fan, so
Yeah.
all of us immediately said, "When are you getting your superpowers?"
Yeah, people are waiting. People are waiting for me to. Oh, Zane, what's up, Zane Vicious? So thanks to everybody chilling out. So yeah, I don't have any sort of diseases. It's just bed bugs. It's been treated. We took every precaution to not bring it in our home, and the fact that we don't have any more. But it's been one of the worst weeks of my life, and unfortunately, it's culminated around a good holiday season. But yeah, my legs, like Slave Cheek says, my legs look like Robin Williams' knuckles. That's a
Jeez.
Seth Rogen line.
So what would be your superpower if like? Because I mean, Spider-Man, like spiders have webs. That's cool. They can. What the fuck?
I
is a
would probably
bed bug?
grow a head of hair. I think that
You
would
probably
be
just
that's
show up
yeah.
randomly in people's beds. That would be like your superpower and not get kicked out.
I would
Just lay
probably.
up
I
with
don't
people.
know what my superpower would be. I would probably be self-respect. I think
Can you
because
imagine
nobody.
just John in the middle of the night. You just wake up. He's just cuddling next to you. Like, what the fuck?
He
Oh, I
jumps
can't
up
call
like
the
Frank
cops on him.
Reynolds. Like
He's a
Frank Reynolds,
superhero.
I'm the
It
bed
would be
bug. And just like
self-respect. It would be my superpower.
Okay.
Because
bugs.
dude, like my wife was like, "Don't tell anybody," and I'm like, "That's not happening." Like I don't do that. I tell everybody.
Too late. It's on Twitter.
I only put it on Twitter. I didn't put it in my Christian shit, my Christian names. I only put it on Twitter because my in-laws were really upset because they were like, "Look, this is taken over the weekends," and I'm like, well, "We got bit like 800 times. Like, what did you? This isn't somebody left their phone at the house and it's missing. Like, I probably would be a villain. I probably would be a villain. I would have to be a super villain. But yeah, it's disgusting, and I just didn't want to be a phony about it. But hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure yours were all better than mine. Even if if you fell down a flight of stairs onto a bunch of razor blades, you would be in less uncomfortable